Good morning, everyone. Okay, we'll continue our book reading this morning. Toyota Way to Service Excellence by Jeffrey K. Liker and Karen Ross. Last week, we looked at value stream mapping to develop MACROVISION, where we looked at analyzing process lead time and calculating value added ratio. Today on page 142, still on macro process principles, we'll still be looking at value stream mapping to develop MACROVISION. I'll continue from where we stopped. So the initial reaction was, of course, there are different types of POs with different requirements. As they dug in, the team came up with one standard process for all three types of PO. The result was a much improved process, including the following highlights. Documents are digitalized upon receipt. Documents move through the entire process in electronic form. Only necessary documents are retained in electronic form. The check printing and mailing process might be outsourced to a bank. The process is clearly defined. Clearly defined performance metrics are visibly posted for daily meetings. Through lots of work after mapping exercise, the team achieved a 50% reduction in lead time, reduced the number of steps and reports, and eliminated the waste of 120,000 pieces of paper, minimum per year. And the group for the first time had clear performance metrics for quality and productivity. The purchase order maps are by no means complex or elaborate. In fact, compared to most manufacturing value stream maps, they are missing a great deal of information. The rate of customer demand task was not calculated. There is no data at all, nor even time required for each step. Few of the icons that are common in value stream mapping are used, such as inventory buffers. In this case, the process was so variable that it did not seem worth getting to that level of detail. In other cases, we have included more data, particularly when the service process is more routine and repetitive. For this team and all others we have worked with, value stream mapping has a number of benefits beyond the technical details of the maps. Teams communicate across functions to understand the perspective of others. Team members are shocked at the amount of waste and that shock therapy ends question about whether lean was needed or whether it applies to them. Team members increase their appreciation for the customer's perspective and begin to identify the causes of customers' complaint. Team members begin to think about their processes intentionally and scientifically, including how to measure performance and continue to improve. Okay, this is where we'll stop for our reading this morning. We continued from where we started last week, where we were talking about value stream mapping to develop MACROVISION. In summary, just trying to tell us that you can apply lean process in whatever thing that you're doing, just like I explained last week. It doesn't matter if you are in the manufacturing industry or you are in the customer service industry. Lean can be applied in different places, most especially in organizing documents, in sending reports. You just make things look smaller. The processes of how customers, processing customers' orders and the rest of it. Just like we read here, said for these teams, all others have worked with. Value stream mapping has a number of benefits beyond the technical details of maps. So beyond technical details of map, value stream mapping is very, very important. It helps a team to communicate and understand each other's perspective. It tends to reduce waste in a company. Like, let me give an example. Instead of keeping some important document on some important data about customer in paper, you can do that electronically just by keeping them on your computer system. And when you're looking for those files, sorting for those data, what you do is just bring them out on your system instead of having it in paper. And papers can be easily destroyed. It's either it is torn or water touches it and the ink fades or stuff like that. So keeping all these things in a technical form, like in the system, helps to reduce waste, and it helps reduce the amount of time in sorting out documents. Imagine you have a whole lot of documents piled up and papers and a whole lot of things, just searching for one person's data, a customer's data. You have to go through a whole lot of documents to get to that person's place. But when they are organized technically, it will help save time and also help to reduce waste. You won't have to destroy or have a lot of wasted papers. And the next one said team members increase their appreciation for customers' perspective and begin to identify the cause of customers' complaint. When you have less work for you, when you have an organized system, you will pay more attention to what complaints that customers are actually bringing to you. You want to know what their problems is. All your problems are, all your focus are going to be on how to achieve excellence in service when attending to a customer. Certain members begin to think about their processes intentionally and scientifically, including how to measure performance and continue to improve. You measure your performance and you also think of ways and skills of how you want to improve your work and also improve in your life. So lean process is very, very important. It can be applied to any form of work or any stage of life. It helps you to organize things and know where to be more focused on, and things that you need to reduce to avoid waste of time. So that's it for our reading this morning. Thank you.